Today, we are ranking Team of the Season Bundesliga players top to bottom. If you haven't seen the previous videos, you've been missing out. We've been doing this throughout each edition, each drop, each release. And on the overall landscape, Team of the Season Bundesliga looks good. Did you really expect it to be as fluid or have as much depth as the Premier League or even La Liga? Answer that question. And if you want more content like this, drop a like, share it around the community. Let people know what's happening, when it's happening. We put together good edits to make sure this is free flowing. And there are quite a few buffer players. Mike, what the hell does buffer mean? They're buffering. They haven't quite got there yet. This Team of the Season has quite a few guys you're not going to jump out of your seat. And we're going to hit it quick fire. And I'm going to talk to you in the comments. You're going to talk to me in the comments and let me know where you agree, where you disagree, who you packed, who's in your weekend league squad, all that important material, all that goodness. And if you want the gameplay, because these guys will be in the starting 11, twitch.tv/Mike LaBelle. Plug that on screen. Come through, kick back, relax. We could be happy and angry together at the same time. Start things out. Lucas Horeski. I never liked him in packs. That's not going to change now. Some of these early edition players are going to move quickly. I'm letting you know. This is going to go. We're going to be popping, patrolling, moving, grooving, not wasting time. Dilrosun, 2-star weak foot, no previous proof of concepts. The 87 passing is fake. You don't believe me? Hold on. 71 vision, 69 free kicks, 71 long passing, 71 curve. Those are his in-game statistics. That's not an 87. Sadar, I don't think I got his name right. That pronunciation just sounds all off. I apologize ahead of time. He seems regular though. When EA has these random bad stats, it's typically bad news. They're fake news. Everything will look green and then you have a 49 curve or a 52 free kick, 59 PKs, 70 for crossing. And it's not necessarily that those stats matter. It just tells you that the upgrades to this foot item might not be legit. Yo, these guys' names are crazy. Niederlechta. Gonna turn like your grandmother at an intersection. The hard-nosed, hard-working strikers just don't translate to FIFA success. Martin Hinterhager. 6 foot, lots of yellow stats. He's just gonna be a rerun of foot items that we've seen at earlier stages in FIFA 20. So why would you invest in him at this stage? And when you got Martin here, it's like you're showing up to a fight. You came with a bat and they all have pistols. You're not gonna win that matchup. Ginter, 6'3". He's like something we've seen before, but not as good. Think some off-brand Air Force Ones. We've all seen many Air Force Ones, but maybe not that pair, but it's still recognizable. Is that an unfair comparison? Dummer, another goalkeeper. This guy could be higher ranked, it could be much lower ranked. It's all preference based, and I'm not willing to risk it. I'm not putting this man into my weekend league squad. If you've used him, let me know. But at the end of the day, goalkeepers are extremely opinionated, and it seems that you can't necessarily measure their stats the same way that you can do other positions. You can talk about work rates, the general field, how somebody scores goals. You can back those claims with assists, or watching the footage back, or of course the goals that have been converted, the percentage play, all the above. But goalkeepers, not so much. Kostic, he's just not an attacker. Use him as a center mid or a center defensive mid. He'd actually be maybe the fastest center mid or center defensive mid in the game. And if you play a narrow, this seems like a decent option. You're not going to pay a fortune. And the big reason that I'm stressing to play him in those positions, he doesn't have the weak foot. He doesn't have the skill moves. Think of having the baby Laurent Blanc in the midfield at an 85, and now he's been upgraded to a 94. But I do believe there's a place on the pitch for Kostic. Hummels, great size. But if you play with any level of aggression, this won't be your guy. He's not going to have the same recovery speed. And I know the comments, there's going to be people that swear by it. This is the main man. He's so much better than what you're saying. But if I'm looking at the general public, the general FIFA player, Hummels is not going to outplay some of the options that we have available now. We probably have 75 center backs that are better than Hummels. Is that too many? He won't be made for aggressive defending, and for that reason, I'm out. Hakimi, I'm not sure if I believe in those work rates because he has a high-low, and I don't think he's polished enough to play as a center mid or a holding mid because I realize that will be an argument you bring up. You've got to think about squad building here, chemistry, what formation are you starting in, where are your goals aligning, what are you looking for? Thomas Muller, and he's almost so good as a utility player that he loses the ability to be a specialist. Where would you play Muller? I don't think he's going to be a striker for me or a center forward, probably not a cam. I was thinking potentially as a center mid, but if that's the case, are there better center mids in a similar price range? And I would like to add, this is a very respectable position in the countdown. You basically don't want to be in the bottom 5 or 6, but everything else, this is a team of the season release. These players are all coming in well over a 90 for the most part. We're talking premium on premium on premium. I just rather know exactly where I'm going to put the guy or have maybe attacking versatility as opposed to midfield versatility. I love to have a balanced player, but I got to think to myself, am I going to get the best box to box? Am I going to get someone who's going to sit on the back line? Am I going to get somebody I can count on for positioning? I might have a little bit of a bias. I hate that he's an objective because you guys always say this is my doppelganger. We have Sabitzer. Got a lot of long shot goals that are memorable. Been watching the Bundesliga. Stats on stats on stats. More of a true box to box, which is the reason that I have him above Thomas Muller, who you would be fitting into that role. He could do a good job, maybe even do an excellent job, but it's a little less defined. And we get to paying or investing a lot of time in order to unlock these players or to add them into your starting 11. My expectations, as are your expectations, they're going through the roof. Sabitzer, I think, is going to be comparable to Michael Essien. So if you enjoyed that foot item, I believe that they're going to share some different traits. Sabitzer would be better going forward. Essien will be a little more physical, which could help you on the track back. Witsel. What I like about Witsel is not just the skills and the turns and the touches, but I know that he's going to sit on that back line. He's similar to De Jong in some different ways. If you've used the team of the season version, they both have the ability to step into space. This is going to be your larger, more defensive version, and he's going to be a little bit slower than team of the season De Jong, which you're also not nearly going to pay the same price tag. So there's a give and take in the relationship. Moving into the top 10, Kai Havertz. This is a risk to reward. Last year, unstoppable team of the season foot item. You saw me stream with them, talk about them, compliment them, superlative, superlative, superlative. But this year, it's been a different story. We're not reading the same novel. We're not turning the pages of the magazine. He has potential. And statistically, if we read this off, I can. And you're going to say he looks good. He should be qualified, should be solidified. So he can move higher up in the countdown. But we just don't have confirmation of exactly how good Havertz is or will be until you've played through those 30 games. Did I mention last year he was cracked? Silky Surge! Gonna be rapid. He's already fast, and these are all of the upgrades to the right places: balance, agility, sprint speed, getting in behind. He's one of the most underrated foot items in FIFA 20, if you're looking at some of his early iterations. I don't feel like he gets the credit. I don't see him used in that many squads, and this is going to be a problem. He is going to press you on that back line, got the skill moves. He could also be higher up in the countdown, just depending on which players really perform and which guys don't. And I like to reiterate that stats don't mean everything. It is a lot about feel, experience, squad building, the mix between having size, having speed, having the intricacies, and how you play FIFA. Do you play slow? Do you play fast? What are you looking to accomplish on the virtual pitch? Upamecano looks solid. This also could be one of the players that drops a little. Just depends what you actually get in game. 99 strength, 99 aggression, extra fast. He's going to push people around. He should always recover. Easy to link up. Some of you will say, Mike, he has 73 stamina. When has that really mattered for center back? Maybe a little bit in extra time. That's just not one of those high energy positions. Whether you play passive, you play balanced, or you play aggressive. Kimmich. And I know high-low work rates, and I don't necessarily view that as a negative in the same way that some of you do, because I'm accustomed to playing with two midfielders, whether that's a 4-4-2 or a 4-2-3-1, and one of those midfielders has to step into space, has to progress the attack. One of them sits back. Sometimes you have the classic gladiator and maestro, but I like that balance, that I know that I have one of them that's going to have the late runs, that's going to push into the box, that's going to make those splitting passes, the key passes. He's going to be an instrument to my attack. I want to play that song. I've always wanted to be a musician, and I think Kimmich could do the job. Pick a stat that doesn't work for you. I know some of you are going to say he's going to move like a tree. Just big body everywhere. Yeah, he's got the strength. He's 6'4". Not quite an Ibrahimovic type. Doesn't have those skill moves. His dribbling is not going to be as elegant. Could even say the same for some of his touches potentially. But after using Suarez last weekend and seeing what you can accomplish with physicality, good size, lots of pace, and then with 3-star skill, just using drag backs, fake shots, step overs, body feints, 30 goals and 24 assists. Alphonso Davies, the Canadian dream. And I'm going to go on record. This foot item is better than any foot item we've seen in the past of Alaba. Same position, same team. I can't even buy this guy right now. He's been extinct on the market. So you tell me there's not hype. I got to get him into the starting 11. I want to know if all that hype is real. I mean, he's number 5 on my countdown. That's strong for a fullback. That's rare. That's uncommon. Unusual. If you have a limited amount of coins, which we all have some sort of limit, if you were ranking the positions that were important to you, and you could do this with me, where would your left back and right back rank? So for example, if they were the last two positions, it would be number 10 and number 11. I'm listening because I'm very curious. Sancho. Woo! Whew. This man's gonna get busy. Skill moves, weak foot. This is the closest thing you're getting to a Messi-esque type of player in the Bundesliga. Youngster, English, cutting inside, controlling the middle, floating, pace on pace on pace. Exciting, dynamic, 99 finishing. Let me run that back. 99 finishing. And we move. Timo Werner, the burner. Had the pleasure of meeting him, and my mom got a picture and I did not, which made me upset. Mr. Counterattack, the fast break, leaking and speaking, burner vision, lightning bolt. Have you got the idea that he's really fast? He's one of those turn and go strikers. He's a better version of a Jamie Vardy, much cleaner with the turns and the touches. Gonna be able to score from anywhere, so has that 4-star weak foot. I trust in Timo. He's gonna get the job done. Number 2, and I've just realized as we've gone through this countdown, Dortmund, Bayern Munich, and Leipzig are running the entire countdown. Royce, we're less inspired because we see this every year. We could argue in the last 5 FIFA installments that Royce is the best player in the Bundesliga once it gets to team of the season or whatever his highest rated foot item that's been released. It's in the ecosystem. It's on the market. He always fits the bill properly between the skills, the size. A lot of people forget that he's 5'11", and then having that pace, having the ability to score, the long shooting, outside of the box, finesse shots, curve. I want to say the last couple years, people say, he's going to get tired. Do I have to sub him off? You're good. I mean, the guy has a cereal. Topping the charts, Lewandowski. How could it not be Lewandowski? 99 overall, 100%. I am buying Lewandowski this weekend. He's in the starting 11. I want to see what he's all about. I might sound like a broken record, but team of the season Suarez demolished my opponents. What is Lewandowski gonna do? Same size, similar statistics. You now have the 4-star skills. I'm expecting more of the same, maybe even better. I don't know. What doesn't he have access to? I wouldn't check out his dancing TikToks unless you're ready for a different experience. Just on a side note, he's got all of the sync. As per usual, I don't think that made sense, but you get the idea. There's no reason for me to go over stats with Lewandowski. It looks ridiculous. Doesn't even look real. We'll find out this weekend league together. Thanks again for watching. I'm looking forward to all the comments. Remember, if you want to watch these games live, twitch.tv/MikeLaBelle. It's free to subscribe. We've been uploading Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. Come get involved. Turn on notifications. There's a little bell right there. And I have a lot more coming out for you ASAP.